So welcome to the next video in the series. This is the fastest way from $0 to $100 days on planet internet. And here are 6 services that always sell and where to sell them. So let's get stuck in. So firstly, if you're still new to this internet money thing, you need to start with freelancing, and here is why. Firstly, 99% of people making passive income took years to master their trade. Just admit that right now you're still a little goat, okay? And the mountain lions, who are your competition, the guys with all that experience, they will rip your head off if you come near their territory, okay? You don't stand a chance and you aren't ready to compete, but not just yet, okay? Freelancing is quick money, okay? That is a really important thing to understand. It's like you can literally put a service out there today and be making money tomorrow. That isn't the same with passive income, right? You can't become an affiliate marketer overnight with no experience. However, you can put a service out there and make money by this time tomorrow. And that is why I recommend that everybody, if you're new to this internet thing, this internet money thing, you start with freelancers. And of course, I understand that you yourself might not be new to this internet thing, but I wanted to clear this up before we get started, because I know that some of my guys in this audience are completely new to this. All right, so this is just catering for the guys that are just getting started. I don't want you to follow that carrot and have shiny object syndrome, which is where you jump from one idea to the next and you never actually complete anything or actually start making money. So freelancing, it's quick money and you can make money by this time tomorrow, so stick with this first. Okay, my next point, freelancing is like a paid apprenticeship in internet marketing. Right, you'll meet people, you'll learn stuff every day, and you discover everything you need to actually get wealthy, and you won't starve like students do in the real world. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. I was an apprentice in my early years, and yes, it was low pay, but it taught me the job. I gathered many skills, and then when I left the apprenticeship I moved into a better paying job, and then eventually internet marketing, and sitting here speaking to you right now. So what I'm saying is, don't think that freelancing is the be all and end all, okay? It can be low pay in the beginning, however it is an apprenticeship that you're getting paid for, so it's actually an excellent way to learn everything that you need to know if you want to actually get wealthy. And my final point is, I'm talking tons of people, tons of multi-millionaire marketers that I personally know in my life, guys that live here in Thailand and in the States and people that travel around the world, they actually started off as freelancers as well. And tons of them got their break on Fiverr, on that little Fiverr.com website. Right, they were making $5 doing articles or little social bookmarks or anything like that. So what I'm saying is you should have some vision, okay? Don't think you'll be doing this forever. My personal experience, I used to write articles for $4 each, 500 words for $4 each, and now I make multiple high 6 figures with a freelancing business that runs on autopilot. And that's another reason why I'm able to manage multiple income streams now, and I can sit here teaching you about this stuff too, okay? So, and you can copy me, okay? There's room for everybody. I have an abundance mindset, and I'm not scared about sharing any of this with you at all. So I hope that clears things up, and now we've done this important part, let's move on to the next video, or the next slide, sorry. So, why do ye folk buy your internet stuffs anyway? Well, there's generally 3 things that it falls under. The first one is pain, okay? If you can diagnose a pain problem, you can make a lot of money, right? The internet is a difficult one because people are thinking about physical pain, but there's also psychological pain, so that's more of the internet thing. There are physical pain points, obviously. I know a guy called Thomas, who lives over in Phuket, and he has a business called the Injury Fixer, and he fixes people obviously with injuries, back problems, all that sort of stuff, but that's his niche. But for yourself, to be a freelancer in the digital services space, it's going to point towards psychological pain. So if we think of this example here, so the pain problem could be someone says, I hate that Dave, the little dickhead, who is making money and I'm still working in this job. Okay, that's psychological pains. There's jealousy there, there's envy. Okay, that might be a pain point that you can tap into. The second reason why people might buy things from you off the internet is it's a financial problem, and this is a massive one on the internet. You've seen everywhere, and you might be here to make more money, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. So it could be a financial problem that they have, i.e. they need more money, or they just need to save money. And going back above to the pain problem, they need to make more money and basically leave their job and become like Dave or better than Dave. Okay. And the third one, it could be a strategic problem, i.e. how do I get to page one? Because there are people that have money that already sit there on the internet all day and don't have to go to a job, and they're generally happy in every other area, except they don't have the knowledge to actually achieve what they want to achieve. So they might pay for consulting, or they might pay for mentorship, or programs or courses and things like that. So those are the three things that you should generally think about, that the reason why people actually buy stuff from you on the internet anyway. Pain is the strongest one, and then of course financial problems can roll into pain as well, and then strategic problems. All right, so three specific, actually I said three here, there's a contradiction. It's actually 6 specific services. Okay, so ignore that. So we're doing 6 specific services that will make you $100 a day. Easy, very easy. But there's an important note here. Decide on one thing and just roll with that. Don't overthink it. This is purely about making money right now, and it isn't your life calling. Okay. There's a picture of me at the bottom of this slide. Just like teaching English to these lovely little rascals 10 years ago wasn't my life's calling either. Just do what you got to do and plan your next move, and then move on. So, number 1, web content. This sells very, very well and is a very easy thing to get into if you're brand new. However, some of the world's highest paying internet marketers, if you want to put them into a category, write content and get paid absolutely stinking amounts of money for putting words on paper or on digital paper. So these are the different categories. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying 6 services, there's actually only 2 categories in this slide, but I'm saying there's 6 different services because under each category there are 3 different things. Okay, so that should make sense. Also, the difficulty level is something which I thought was important, so I've put that in here. Difficulty being 1 being extremely easy and 5 being extremely hard. So the first one, SEO and link building content. Okay, so content that is generally okay quality, that is readable. It needs to be original. You can't just copy stuff off the internet and send it off and get paid for it, okay? Because you'll get pulled up for plagiarism, Google doesn't like it, and you will get pissed off customers and that sort of thing. So you still need to write content. There are tools out there that do content, like will pull content off the internet, will scrape content and do that for you, but I'm talking about actually writing content for people here. Generally, you can aim for about $10 per 500 words and difficulty level 2. I'd say level 2 because some people are not going to be native speakers of English, which is a problem if you're going for English speaking customers, which isn't always necessary. And the other reason, you will need to know a little bit about how SEO and maybe link building content actually is structured. For example, where to place keywords, how your customers like titles and things like that. So, but you can find that out quite easily once you put your service out there for people to, once you start speaking to people. So aim for $10. Don't be ashamed to take less than that. Like I said, I started off at $4 per article, but that was a long time ago. I'd say $5, $7, $10 is a good start, and you can move it up as you get better and get better reviews. So next one. money page content. So the money page, as I'm sure you know, if you don't, it's not a problem. The money page is the page on an actual web page that humans will see. So going back to the SEO and link building content, this is content that generally is used for the algorithms, for Google's algorithms, so it has something to crawl and decide whether that website or the backlink is relevant to the connecting website or the linked website. Whereas with money page content, this is content that's usually of a higher quality that human beings are actually going to see. So for that reason, I would say you want to start off aiming for about $15 per 500 words, and it's got a difficulty level of probably 3. So it's going to be slightly more difficult than the first example, but it's not extremely hard. Okay, it'll just take a little bit of practice to get it right and to get happy customers. And lastly, and this is one that I love, it's sales copy. So sales copy is not any of the two examples above. A lot of people make this mistake, but real sales copy is it takes years to get good at sales copy. I don't pretend that I am the best copywriter in the world, far from it. However, what I have learned over the years has made me a lot of money, and that's why I take a lot of interest in it. And now, as you might know, I help other marketers with their sales copy, and basically help people increase their sales and make money and stuff. So it can make you 4 figures depending on your level. It can make you 4 figures, 5, 6, or even 7 figures. Dan Kennedy, he is known as the world's highest paid copywriter, and he's a multi-millionaire just through the words that he's able to put onto paper. So impressive stuff. That level 4 to 5 plus, because it could take years and years to get good at that. But saying that, to have basic copywriting skills doesn't actually take that long, and that's part of what I try and teach in my group, and that I try and teach in these courses and stuff. So okay, and that's web content. So those are 3 options and the pricing that you can kind of aim for to get out there into the market. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one, links and SEO. So this is where I started. Okay, this can make you a lot of money because it is very attractive to webmasters out there. People always need links. Sometimes they'll even skip content just for the sake of getting links. In fact, a lot actually. So it's in high demand. There's all different types of links out there. This is just 3 examples, but there are so many different types of links that you could offer. But to keep it simple, I just wanted to do 3 different types of links that you could maybe choose from to get your stuff out there. Like I said, don't overthink about it. Just choose one and roll with it. So the first one is automated or semi-automated backlinks. So this could be like software generated backlinks, for example GSA, search engine ranker, or some of the older tools was SE X, I think it was called, and there's all sorts. Ranker X is another one. There's all sorts of different tools out there that can create automated backlinks. It's generally spammier and not as high quality as doing things manually, but people do still need this. So if you learn how to basically operate software, and you invest a little bit into software, sometimes you might need to pay $49 a month or something and buy some proxies, etc. If you invest a little bit and spend a bit of time learning how to use a tool, and it's all for free on YouTube, okay, you don't need to buy any training at all to learn all this stuff. Matthew Woodward, shout out to him, he is the guy that basically taught me everything about automated backlinking. So I've got a lot to thank that guy for, and I recommend you go to his blog. It's matthewwoodward.co.uk, and he has a YouTube channel as well, and the stuff is solid. Matt knows, he really knows his stuff, and he's a really good teacher as well. So if you want to get into like automated backlink building and stuff as a service, go to Matt Woodward's blog. Second example, PBN links. This is stuff that SEOs and webmasters love to buy because it's if you don't know what PBN means, it's private blog network, and they are basically high-powered websites that are created just to manipulate the search engine. So how can I explain this? So this, obviously a lot of you watching this right now will know what a PBN link is, but I'm trying to explain something to maybe some of you guys watching this that don't know what one is. So a PBN is a private blog network, and the links are the links from a specific blog on that network. And in one network there might be 10 different websites. Okay, they just consider it a network. Okay, so there might be 10 blogs or websites, whatever you want to call them, in a network, and each one of those blogs are have high metrics, which is what signals to Google that any blog coming from that particular website or blog is a vote of confidence, and therefore when you are linked from these websites, your own rankings and your website will go up in the Google SERPs. Okay, and that's why people buy so many of them. So generally I would aim for something like $10 per link placed if it's, you know, pretty high quality. Some people start off $2 if they're selling, like, you know, a minimum of 10 links per service, you know, $2, 10 links, $20 a package, you know, that kind of thing. It's a whole subject. There's courses and stuff on this. So difficulty level, I'd give it a 3 to 4 if you're building out your own PBN links. But also don't overlook reselling. Okay, you can make $5 out of a little resellers package for PBN links and sell multiple times without having to do anything. So don't overlook that either. And thirdly, social signals. Okay, social signals sells really well. You might want to aim for $10 per blast. Difficulty level 2 to 3 because you're going to need to pick up some software and maybe start learning that. But again, it's software that you can learn to use using free content on YouTube and stuff, so it's not really that hard. It just takes a bit of practice. Okay, and finally, where to sell. So those were the 6 different things that you can actually get out there that I know for a fact right now people are making tons and tons of money selling. And as you might already know, I still have my freelancing business out there right now, making me quite considerable amounts of money, and that is in the SEO/link building space. Okay, so if I'm anything to go by, I would recommend going with SEO because I know it sells. Okay, the marketplaces that you can list on, as you might already know, this is listed in my Facebook group as well, by the way. So if you want to check back, you can in the group. It's pinned to the top of the group, the Freelancers Templar. But if not, you can take a screenshot of this or just pause the video. So we've got legit.com, which is an up and coming marketplace which is doing really well, getting loads of sellers, high quality services. That is going to explode anytime soon in my prediction. SEO Clark, which is where I got my break finally, I guess you want to call it. I'm still there now. You can check me out on the featured listings on the front, and then you've got People Per Hour. You've got Black Hat World, Upwork, Freelancer, so you can go through all of those. And what I want to recommend is that you list your services on every single one of these websites before going forward and doing anything else. There's obviously a Facebook group here. There's tons of Facebook groups out there. This one is owned by Daryl Rosser, who is the owner of the Lion's Eel SEO brand, and he has a group there where you can actually put your SEO services and put them out there. And there are a lot of people there as well, so there's eyeballs to actually see what you're offering. Okay, so these are generally the marketplaces where people are. There's lots of traffic and people will actually buy from you. So post your listings on all of these sites, and then we'll go to the next one. So, but I don't know what to write. This is a question or a statement that I hear quite a lot now in my Facebook group. Okay, they understand. I mean, it might be you right now. Maybe you understand that, okay, services, very good. I can do that, I can do this, but what the hell do you write? So, really easy. Rather than me doing a whole course on this, you can just use my $465,000 sales template, which I've linked to below this video. And it should be pretty obvious, but the $465,000 sales is the reason why it's labeled as that is because that's how much money that this particular format of this particular template has made me on just one sales page. But I've used it on multiple sales pages, and the $230,000 is another one that I did using the same template. Many 50s and many 40s and 10s and 20s. There's a 16 and all these different sales pages out there on the internet selling digital services using this template. So you've really got no excuse about it being overly complicated, because I'm giving this to you free below. Right, so pause this video, but not right now, after you've actually listened to me reading this last bit. So pause this video, do it now after this bit, move on to the next video when you're done. So it will take you less than 30 minutes once you've written your copy, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, remember that. Just write it out. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you're not going to get it perfect first anyway. Just write it. And secondly, be brave, okay? Fuck thou haters, because one of the things that held me back for a long time, and my personal friends will know this, is I've been wanting to put things out there for quite a while, but I sometimes had hesitation because of maybe I was waiting for validation or worrying about maybe this person would say something about my service, or I would get bad reviews or something like that. Just put it out there. It really doesn't matter. In the big scope of things, what does it really matter? If you're out there on the internet and someone gives you a bad review or gives you shit, so what? You know, just put it all out there on those marketplaces and the Facebook groups that I've just showed you, and you're going to start making money, okay? And then if you're still worried, just think about what another $3,000 in your pocket could do for you every single month. And it's really that easy, okay? So just commit to 30 minutes to posting to those websites. Write the first bit of copy that you can think about based on any one of those 6 service types that I just explained to you, and that's it. And you're going to start making money. Those websites all have traffic already, so you don't need to learn about traffic generation, which is why I love marketplaces. It just takes another headache out of this whole freelancing industry. So that's it really. I don't think we've got anything else for this video, so don't watch the next video until you've completed those things in this video. So there's me at a local park, and in the next set of videos I'll show you how to make this even easier. And I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, and speak to you soon.